There's delays on the plains out of eastern Montana where you told me you were leaving from. You've been stabbed in the back and the rest of your body. Won't you tell me where you're bleeding from? If you need a tourniquet or if you want to turn and quit, know that I'll be by your side. You bled your whole soul into things you can't control in a world you'll never satisfy. I'll bandage up your body and your bones.
So my master's project is due in 8 months, which is pretty scary. And then I don't really know what's after that, which it's going to be very fun. So it has 3 main components. The first one is the centrifuge, which that's meant to like spin the cells and separate them. And I've based a design from a commercial centrifuge that I found online. From that, I was able to design and 3D print one that meets the 1000G requirement for microplates. So that is mostly completed in terms of design. It's all been designed except for an electrical circuit, really, but I'd say that's more on the build side. So for the build, I need to order parts, assemble, and then do this kind of electrical circuit that's meant to prevent the power supply from blowing up when the centrifuge is actually stopping. And then I also need to do a control system and verify that it's actually going to be able to stop at the same place each and every time, which is going to be very fun, but that's kind of a later issue. Part 2 is the gantry module. So the gantry is going to be the actual thing that moves pretty much everything around. I'm working on the CAD design now, and it's going to be based off the Voron 3D printer. I'm pretty much just going to take everything they have there because I don't really have time to redesign anything. And then that also has the build of getting parts, assembly, and sort of testing. And in that, there's a whole huge amount of parts that I'm going to need, controller, sensors, a ton of motors, but hopefully I can just use as much of the Voron as possible. But hopefully I can get that sort of done. And then the third part is the microscope, which that's made to actually be able to view the cells in depth and be able to sort of count them. I don't know why my drawing kind of looks like a light projector from like a old 2000 school. But anyways, that design, I have no idea what I'm going to do for that. Really up in the air just because of costs and stuff. And then also, like, I don't know how feasible or performative it's going to kind of need to be. But I have talked to a few vendors about a few different options, so I'm kind of getting in the right direction. And then for the build, again, I'm going to need all the parts, assembly, and kind of verification. And the tricky thing is the gantry kind of depends on the microscope, because if I make the gantry too small and then the microscope can't fit in, there's no way of kind of going around that. So those two kind of things depend on each other, which is really tough. So I'll kind of have to do the microscope very soon before I can do anything for the gantry. And then for the gantry, there's a few subsystems. So the tool head changer. So maybe I can get a student to help me with this. And then there's also the design of the different like tool heads. So the pipette, a gripper module and stuff like that. So that's kind of a lot there, but again, maybe a student can sort of help with that. There's another addition for the microscope as well, where the microscope does need to be motorized and move around. But based off a stage design I have, I can kind of figure that out now, just based off the movement system and how much it's going to need to move. So that's kind of a lot to do in 8 months. So as you can see, my hair is going crazy, and I'm very stressed out over it. And yeah, that's fun masters, and then once the stress of this is done, more stress to worry about what I'm going to do after.